Let's take a look at the new modified Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya. Now just 14 turns and back to its original layout. It's gonna be fun. Out of the last corner then, and boot it hard. Continue with the power as you approach the DRS zone. 8th gear maximum as you hurtle down towards turn number 1. It's the longest run down to the first corner on the calendar, so make sure to pick your braking spots early. Down into 3rd gear, hug the inside 2 curves with a quick flick as well. Then a long sweeping right-hander into turn 3 at Renault. Repsol is turn 4 as well. You'd be surprised how much it comes uphill. Brake down all the way, 4th gear, hug the inside line, then gradually on the accelerator as you come down towards the Seat corner. Back down again into 2nd gear, hug the inside curb, back on the power gently as you go onto the bridge as well. 7 and 8 chicane swoops in as well, flick the car in, first to the right, then the left again, now back up as well. Right-hander coming through into turn 9 at Campsa. Now, turn number 10 is back to how it used to be from a couple of years ago, you might remember as well, creating a new interesting final sector. Sweeps it back into how it was in the old days as well, and instead of the funny chicane at 13, 14, 15, it's now just one sweeping long loop. Take the exit curve full throttle, power into New Holland at much more speed, DRS comes up quicker, it should be about 2 to 3 seconds a lap faster, and that is a lap of the new Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya. Previously on Formula 2.
Every single driver dreams of victory. Formula 2 is racing with a good initial launch from Hadjar. Oh, and there's the drama we expect on lap number 1 of the sprint in Monaco. Iwasa gets past, a problem for Hadjar.
That is just so unlucky.
Drivers dropping back, then attacking. It's been classic Monaco. Ayumu Iwasa wins on the streets of Monte Carlo. Yay! A superb performance to dominate the sprint. Formula 2 is racing on the streets of Monte Carlo. And Behrman finds a way by.
Bad luck for the brothers continues.
To the inside is the room for both of them. There is. Oh, that is a big moment. Vesti takes the checkered flag. Unbelievable drive. Let's go. The story of Frederic Vesti has another chapter. Dancing the car to the edge. Oliver Behrman to pole position.
Well, it may be sunny on the brochure, but in real life, it is nothing but rain, rain, rain. Welcome to round 7 of the FIA Formula 2 World Championship, effectively round 6. It is the sprint race from the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya here in Spain. A modified turn 13 segment of the track as well. Now 26 laps ahead of us, the feature race at 37 going in towards tomorrow as well. But we have news. The race will start behind the safety car due to the wet conditions. And that's probably best. Turn 1, Doohan versus Vesti at the inside with a late manoeuvre as well. Easy in the dry, difficult in the wet conditions. Down at the turn number 4 at Repsol. Novalak diving up the inside of Lawson with a sweet move on the inside line. And a personal favourite of mine, down at turn 11 and 12. Last year, Fittipaldi versus Hughes, sending it around the outside. A beautiful manoeuvre. And was there a battle throughout? Tyre compounds, well, that's going to be full wet tyres, I'm afraid. It doesn't look that wet from our TV angle, but we can assure you it is properly wet. Full wet tyres are on, and Emil Cordial is on pole position. Race control, the formation laps will start behind the safety car. So for every lap we complete after the opening formation lap, we will take one lap off the starting graphic. So anybody's guess what can happen today. Alongside me in the commentary box is Synthel and Richie, as per normal. And, well, Synth, here we go again. Rain in Spain for the first time in a long time. And we've got a Cordial on pole position. Here's the grid. So, it's Cordial on pole for a reverse grid. Jack Crawford is second. Then it's Frederick Vesti starting third. Alongside him is Victor Martins. Fifth for Dennis Hauger, sixth for Amor Wassa, seventh for Jack Doohan, eighth for Enzo Fittipaldi, ninth for Theo Portier, and 10th on the grid as well for Ollie Behrman. One Manuel Correa is 11th, then 12th on the grid for Richard Verschoor, 13th Anthony Clare, 14th Kushmani, Johan Drubler 15th, Roy Nazani is 16th, Ralph Boschon is 17th, with Roman Stanek 18th, 19th Clement Novalak, 20th Isaac Hadjar, Zane Maloney 21st, with Brad Benedivez in 22nd position. And Theo Portier has a 3-place grid penalty for impeding another driver. He starts 9th on the grid here for the sprint race. Synth, coming to you, we're all just waiting now to see what's going to happen. A wet race in Spain is very rare, but the track is sodden, isn't it? Non-stop rain or since practice 3.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to start behind the safety car, unfortunately, but hopefully we will get some running, and then we can get very interesting race, I think. So,
and away we go.
Yeah, a wet. Yeah, there we go. Then for the formation lap, and probably a bit longer behind the safety car than that, because yeah, it is very wet, unfortunately. And yeah, with Cordial on pole position, interesting, and of course Vesti, and I'm still surprised Martins is in fourth after that incident in Monaco, but well. I think we're in for a very interesting race if we get on the way in a rain, in a wet Barcelona.
I think it should.
Sorry, the race will start with a rolling start procedure. So we are underway here for the Grand Prix sprint race of Formula 2. The race, this is the formation lap. We will go green next time around, not with the racing action, but this is our top 3.
A good start and take some good decisions throughout the race. From today we saw there was quite a lot of degradation, especially in FP with the prime. Straight away I could feel the rear. So I think it will be very interesting to see who can keep their tires and manage the race, because for sure it requires some management.
Yeah, it'll be a tough race for sure. Obviously, as we've seen in quali, the tires aren't holding up very well, and it could be a difficult race to manage.
Yeah, I think tire management will be the key. So yeah, let's hope it goes well, that the car is good in the races. I think at the test days the car was good in the race. There is good hope, but the aim is always for the win.
There's our top 3. Hello, safety car on the start of the formation lap. We're coming to the start though behind the safety car, so good afternoon to you. Hello.
Hello. Look at the top 2. Obviously Crawford and Cordial aren't normally the 2 quickest drivers, so the question is, will they be able to hold off the likes of Vesti and Martins for very long? Or do you think they're going to try and charge early on and get through?
Well, I don't know what's happening here, because this shouldn't be a rolling start to go green, but we're being told the safety car's coming into the pit lane, so they are going to release the cars. They're not even going to do a few laps. They're just going to go for it. So it's a rolling...
Red flag at turn 1.
Yeah, because this is going to be a rolling start with Cordial. They're not going to do the 5 lights procedure. It's a rolling start, so it's Cordial versus Crawford, and he's gone for it now, coming out the last corner. No overtaking until we cross the green flag. There's a wall of spray coming into the last corner. And the Formula 2 sprint race here in Barcelona is go! Cordial leads. Crawford in second. Vesti's right behind him. And a wall of spray down towards turn number 1. Try and have a look on the inside line as well. Crawford, look at that. Crawford defending. Vesti trying to go right round the outside. He's going to be late on the brakes. And he does it. But he gets a little tag. Goes on the paint. He'll come back on the circuit. Crawford's got damage. Think Crawford's out of the race. And Crawford's causing no sorts of problems in the middle of the track. Unbelievable.
Yeah, very unfortunate start there for Crawford. He's got a
Doohan.
puncture. And doing around the outside of turn 3. You can't really see what's happening because of the incredible spray. You see Hauger there in front of Doohan. And I'm very unfortunate for Crawford. He's going to be out of the race.
Doohan trying to go
Big
right down
shame.
the outside, nearly having problems as well. He's right behind Dennis Hauger.
Oh.
Porsche touching the side and now into the gravel trap.
Contact.
And that's his other Wassa. I think it is. A Wassa having problems and Crawford too. Oh, this is unbelievable stuff, Richie.
It seems like Porsche just pushed him into the corner. There's another battle here with one of the other Red Bulls. This is Richard for sure, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sandwiched between the two Red Bulls. He's between. I can't actually see where he's on the timing board. Either everyone's all over the place on this first lap. Everyone's just scurrying around. But great start from Cordial. Vessi's now back up into second. Martin's in third. And then you can see fourth, that's, I believe, Doohan.
Whoa.
I believe, who's just sitting a bit back. And that's someone going deep. That's, is that Wassel Fittipaldi?
Fittipaldi going deep as well. He was trying to have a run as well on the back of I think, Bearman, and he's been pushed out in the back there. So all sorts of drama in the opening lap. And look, this is Vesti's onboard since at the start. You can barely see down towards turn 1.
Yeah, it's so much spray, and there's the contact. Did it just turn in a little bit too much? It may be very close, but yeah, it at least caused Crawford to be out of it. And we're gonna see a better angle for that to know who's at fault there. But it may just be a racing incident. It gained Vesti gained the place because of it.
I think Vesti could be at fault there personally. He just turned in a little bit too much, and he did gain a place from it. And the two teammates there, Novalak and Stan next, facing positions.
Side by side to turn 1.
15.
And it's getting quite difficult there as well as, okay, we see Stanek going a bit wide of the exit there.
Yeah.
Through turn number 1,
No.
so 1 to complete, 26 on the board, so it was a rolling start procedure. And I think it's the best thing in these conditions. It's almost undrivable out there as well. The rain's coming down. It's getting very hard to see the level of spray.
But Hauger, he's starting to break off a little bit from Martins now, so this is good for the top 3. Cordial, we know, he's under a lot of pressure from Vesti, but if he gets overtaken by Vesti and Martins, he's got a big gap to Hauger. Hauger's, 7 seconds back? That's 4 seconds, nearly 5, to Martins.
Crawford.
This is Crawford with the... Is it an issue with the suspension?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
broken.
front left suspension broken.
Race control.
The front row is out.
Crawford.
That will probably be a penalty for Vesti.
Nah.
We'll see the head of Cordial now.
Vesti leads. Vesti's taken the lead. So the man who put out of the race, Crawford, Vesti takes the lead from Prema. The championship leader hits the front. And now this is going to be big news as well because Porsche is down in 6th position. Vesti takes the lead off the sprint after 2 laps.
I think even if he gets a penalty, he could win this one because I'm afraid he may even just pull away a few seconds here from Cordio, who's going to hold everything up. So I think Vesti's got some great pace in the rain, but of course, safety car could change that.
You can see there Cordial taking some very weird lines just to break himself out of this big spray that's coming down into turn 1. This is the battle here, Porsche and Martins. This is not Martins, sorry, Doohan. This is for P5 at the moment, and Porsche obviously having an incident with, I believe, a Wassa down at turn 4 on the first lap. We'll see if that catches up with him, and this is a replay of, I believe, Vesti. Big slide as he's coming down to try and get past Cordial, and you can't even see Cordial ahead, and he just sends it up the inside. Cordial, actually no,
He's off
Cordial
the
goes
track.
deep.
Cordial went wide, way too deep on the side of the track, and Cordial, unfortunately, gave up that position on his own. Aquaplaned off into the deep part. We saw Landon Norris checking that out earlier on in the session. So Vesti leads.
I'll say a little bit deep for Martins as well.
Yeah.
Crawford, you can see in the pit lane. He might come back out on track, but he won't be fighting for anything at all. Big shave for Crawford. As soon as he's starting on the front row, that could have been a possible podium for him in the race. And looking further down, Bearman also up into the top 7 now, so gained 3 positions there. And Novalat overtaking Correa there. I think Correa's had a mistake because he's been overtaken by Leclerc, Marty and Novalat.
Lightning's hit the TV compounds. That was what that little glitch was as well. So it's getting quite dangerous out there as well. It's like Malaysia almost as well. The rain is getting so much, but big slide as well from Cordial, and that's going to put... Yeah, Martins is right at the back of him as well, coming out of the last corner. The stewards have decided no further action in causing a collision for Vesti and Crawford. So that's a fair decision, do you think, Sid?
Yeah, I think it may have been just enough room that it was more of a racing incident. Here we come. Here Martins on the... Oh, he wants to go down the inside of Cordeal, but there's barely any room. But he's going to brake later, and he's going to get that position.
Brilliant move for Martins, but Cordeal's going to try and fight back round the outside, coming through turn 2 and 3. Martins shuts the door, says, sorry, you're not doing that to me, you just offended me. Coming through turn number 1 and almost pushed me onto the grass in a wet race. Drifting through turn 3 as well goes Victor Martins. This is amazing stuff in the start of the F2 sprint race. Vesti leads, he's got a, well, according to my screen, a 5-10 advantage. That can't be right, it must be over, what, at least 2 seconds? But it's
2.8 seconds.
Wow, wow, that's big opening lap. Here he is on the radio.
And we have one warning for track limits on the first lap, so just pay attention, it's okay for now.
Jess is in the pit lane. What have you made of these opening laps, Jess? Through to
Hang on, trying to get myself off mute there. I wasn't expecting you to throw it to me so soon.
Sorry.
Chaos.
Yeah.
Absolute chaos, but yeah, it was a shame for what happened with Crawford, unfortunately. But the race still goes on, and radio doing.
Okay, good. Start rain information. It's gonna be raining all race. We expect rain to be on all race.
You can't
barely see.
I think this is almost a red flag level. It's getting
It's
quite
got to be
bad.
red flag. Come on, FIA.
This is fine. This is good.
If you
No
can
one's
see,
been hurt.
Yeah, but
It's going fine so
All
far.
made it through. No one's gone off dramatically.
Oh,
It's
that's
perfectly
That's a good
fine.
point.
Nothing
driver-
yet.
the
Turn 1.
the drivers.
Is that Martin in second?
Yeah,
The
Martin's
thing
up
is,
there.
though, it's like, well, if it's raining, we might as well just not turn up.
That is. Well, at least we race in IndyCar. They're just like, no, red flag, cancel it.
The problem is as well.
Hoger's a second back already on Cordeal.
That's because it's on ovals.
A very bad start, and
The drivers do like to say as well, stop us before one of us get hurt as well. So they may say the conditions are fine, but the drivers do like it to stop. Sector 1's fine. It's sector 3 that is the worst on the track. It's where the
sector 1 looks okay.
Yeah. Well, sector 1 is the lowest point of the track. Sector 3 is actually the highest point of the track, so that's where it's got more water at the top of the hill. And
That's
Benavides into the gravel and drifting out wide. He's got the traction there with the wet tyres. It should get the gravel out, so he shouldn't beat you. But he's put gravel all across the racing line.
if it was that bad, the drivers would be saying on the radio, stop the race.
It's sector 3, that's all I'm worried. Race control, car 12, Leclerc, please turn on rain light. Arthur Leclerc hasn't got his rain light on, Sim. Yeah. I mean, come on, Sim, it's a bit basic, isn't it?
Yeah, it looked so funny, it said please.
Yeah, I love how it tells it to us like we're Leclerc.
Oh, picture.
Tio sliding out of Campsa in towards turn 10. He started 9th, now to P6 as well. Great job from him. As the look, this is it. The highest point of the track is right here. This is the highest point.
Slow.
And you can see,
bit.
you can see the amount of water that's just sort of camping on the surface as well. We get
It
a
looks
better view
okay
than
now
they
with the
do.
spray.
Yeah, but don't forget the camera has got a much better visibility than the driver's eye. I'd love to see an onboard angle. That's usually the best.
So obviously Martins needs to catch back up to Vesti. They're dropping a little bit of time, but a tenth of a lap. Cordeal, it's not unexpected that he's 5 seconds back now. Hauger's trying to get into the back of Cordeal, but it's very close to getting behind with this rain. Doohan is also on the back of Hauger, and then we go all the way down to Behrman, who's on the back of Pourchaire, all just trying to see, can try and capitalise off a mistake, and these two are close here. This is, isn't it the two...
2 seconds, Hauger.
Prayers are going already.
It was a Fittipaldi.
You want to hear. If that was a driver outside the top 8, the points-paying positions, Billy, we might go, okay, setup's not quite there. That's 4th place.
Right, Hauger's saying the setup's not there for wet weather conditions on his car, so that's why he's struggling.
Iwasa.
Yeah.
He's gaining lots on Fittipaldi to get through. Fittipaldi's gone a little bit deep, very deep for Fittipaldi there. Down at turn 4, now down in towards turn 5, and you can see Fittipaldi sliding all over the place. It just doesn't seem that car is kitted out too much for these wet conditions. Hopefully we'll stay on board with Iwasa so we can see if he can try and get past his Red Bull Junior teammates.
In the rain, sometimes the wider line, of course, is the quicker line.
Yes.
Depends, doesn't it, as well, because it depends how wet that outer line is.
The time
If it's like aquaplaning in through.
My timing screen's not showing the correct data gaps between them. It's showing like 0.4, but it's really Vesti's got 3.7 seconds to run. Look, this is the spray look. So this is ridiculous. It's not too bad, but I'm just worried that someone's going to miss their braking spot and go creaming into the back.
Because many people say, well, what if someone misses the braking zone and goes into the back of someone? But I'm like, that can happen in the dry.
It did happen in the dry, that's what I was on about, so it's worse in the wet as well.
That's what I mean. Look, for me, I think this is perfectly fine conditions. Is it difficult? Yes, but these drivers know what they're going into. The teams know what they're going to. If it was a bit like Japan, different story.
Yeah.
Because Japan was 10 times worse than this, but I think this is just about bearable. And this is a replay of, is that Cordeal? I think it is up at turn 12. Big slide there. We saw that from Vesti as well. Even in F1 in practice, many drivers just losing the rear a little bit there in that corner, but most people seem to collect it pretty easily, which is a good thing. And yet again, Iwasa and Fittipaldi fighting. I don't know where we are now, but that's down into turn 4 again. Still, is it going to be a way through for Iwasa up the inside? No, sticks back. So we're not going to take too many risks just yet, but you can see he seems a little bit more composed than Fittipaldi on these opening few laps, and surely will look to get himself through soon. Luckily, Fittipaldi's not losing much time.
Here's Duran.
Let's hear from Duran though, P5.
The radar is not amazing. It's quite urgent information. Now it says it's going to stop raining in 15 minutes.
So the rain's stopping in 15 minutes, but that might be just out of it as well. But I think since there's the big problem we're seeing here is the fact is that Fittipaldi, he's got the clean air as well. So he's got better acceleration, better grip, but we're not seeing Iwasa being able to get close enough to make the lunges. It's the dirty air with the rain, and there's a hole, literally an eye of the storm coming over the circuit shortly.
Yeah, well, luckily in the rain, it's easier to take different lines, so he's going to try to get himself out of the spray. And he's getting close. I think maybe turn 5 is actually his best opportunity. He maybe should have or could have gone for it last time out, but he decided to wait behind him. I mean, it's still a long race, still a long way to go, so no need to take big risks here, but well, he's keeping close behind him.
Intermediates. There is no more rain falling at the moment, but still a lot of spray.
Iwasa's being said there's no more rain. Josh, let's get your thoughts on the pit lane. What do you think of all this racing so far?
Well, I mean, it's good as that's Iwasa trying to go up the inside of Fittipaldi.
Iwasa's on the inside line, finally had a nice run on the inside of turn 3, gets in ahead, finally! So Iwasa goes to 9th, but can he fight back? Enzo Fittipaldi through Repsol, down towards turn 5 and Seat. No, nothing going to go on there. Back to you, Josh.
Almost for a grip.
Yeah, well, I think you know what I'm doing now. It is one of the Leclercs that please turn on rain light was. So why not make it the other Leclerc and say, car 16, please stop crashing.
That's going to be out there a lot, isn't it? Go on then, Sid. The rain. Oh, well, Vesti. Then number 32.
Can start looking for the wet spots on the straight. Start looking for wet spots on the straight.
Oh, so that's early. So he's already, already need to cool his tires down because it's getting drier and drier.
It's dry.
This was the wettest part of the track a moment ago, this sector 3, and it's looking a lot better now. So and on the apex, I think it's drying up very quickly. Actually, Pourchaire going a little bit wide at turn 13, and you look here, you can see him taking the wider line to the final corner. Maybe because it's a bit wetter there, and you can see them all going to the inside because it's still there's still some water there to cool down their tires.
Do we see intermediates make?
We've got no winters. No winters in Formula 2.
They don't have winters.
Oh, okay.
So they've got to take these wets straight over the car.
Unless it dries.
To dries, yeah. They've got.
It's drying up. Look how quickly it's drying up.
Well, the track temperature. Let's look at the battle screen quickly. So we see a replay here. What's this? This is lap 1. Oh, this is going to be Pourchaire and Iwasa. No difficulty collision. Oh, that's Pourchaire hitting the side of Iwasa.
Pourchaire gonna get a penalty for that.
See.
Did he sense your view? Did he?
No. I think he went way too deep. We can see him on board from Pourchaire here. This is gonna tell whose fault it is. And yeah, he went too wide. There was a lot of room on the inside. I think Pourchaire's gonna get a penalty for this.
Wow.
It could be something like a 3 second, or well, no, it would be a 5 second. I think it's not gonna be something too serious. But look, the spray is nearly gone here where they are now.
Turn 9,
this
a
is up towards turn 9. Big slide from Pourchaire. Massive slide from Pourchaire. Nearly losing the car there.
No further action.
No
further action from Pourchaire and Iwasa. Yeah, look, track temperature 22.3 degrees, air temperature 19.6, humidity at 85.
This is the worst.
Yeah, it's same track dry though, but it's not. Let's hear from Hauger.
He finds himself outside the top 10.
literally still here now, just drifting.
And they're all struggling for grip out there as well because the cut-off time, it's intermediates, but they're all full wet tyres. They're going to have to take these as long as possible. There's no intermediates in Formula 2. So they've got to take a full wet weather tyre over the cut-off point and take it literally until we have to run dries. And they are struggling right now for grip control.
Yeah, just trying to find any bit of wet track they can. And still, this is creating an issue for Hauger because once you're in these conditions with the tyres, it's so difficult to gain and make a move. So now Hauger, he's, 2.5 seconds back off Cordeel. He's going to struggle to get that back. It was about 1.1. He's lost 1.5 seconds in 3 laps. And this is Kushmani, replay.
He's sliding.
Down at turn 9. Just a bit of a slide. It's a giant slide going through there, turn 9. But that's something we've seen drivers do in the dry as well. It's a very easy place just to go a little bit wide and lose a rear, and that's also the car behind that. Is that Stanek or
Novalak?
It's Novalak, yeah. So very easy slide there of Porsche.
Look at that! It is
dry.
It is bone dry, and then at the exit of turn 5, where we get a little bit of spray. Well, what?
Yeah, there's just a few patches where it's too wet.
Oh,
and
that's Leclerc. That was deep.
Yeah, it's just a few places where it's a little bit too wet, and that makes it just too dangerous to move to the dry.
What's happened to Correa?
Yeah.
Been
Correa's
passed.
stopping down.
Yeah.
Correa's been passed by Stanek.
He's repassed Stanek now.
Yeah, got passed.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Miney and Novalak.
There is Correa.
Oh, that's Pourchaire side by side with Doohan on the inside line, and Pourchaire's going to try and hold it round the outside of turn 12, keeps on the pedal into 13 and 14, drifts it wide. Doohan's had to drop back. Pourchaire's up into 5th position. Great move.
There's more grip on the outside.
It's wetter
Came
there.
out of nowhere. So surely Doohan made a mistake then at turn 10.
They went too deep, maybe.
That's probably the most, like we saw with Cordeel, just a little bit too deep.
Or do you reckon Pourchaire took the dry line while Doohan went and took the wet line? So Pourchaire sacrificed a little bit to get a position.
Look here, dry.
Since
turn 1 is dry.
Let's take a look at it. So talk us through it, Since. Oh, he's just got it.
Well, we're gonna catch the end of it. Maybe he's just already dived on the inside of turn 10 here, or maybe Doohan made a mistake in turn 9. There's clearly a lot more grip on the outside, where it's just a little bit more water. Yeah, oh, no, look, he went a bit too wide in turn 10, Jack Doohan, so that made it pretty easy for Pourchaire to go around the outside here, just hoping that Doohan is not going to understeer into the side of you, but luckily that all went well.
Do you reckon we could see anyone go on dry tyres in this race?
It's going to take a while, because look, on the exit, for example, here, you can see it's way too wet. You can't go, it's too much of a risk to go onto the dry tires, and everything you gain through the first sector where it's drier, you're gonna lose through here because it's just too wet, and you might even spin off. And I don't think they want to take that risk until at least for another few laps. They may do it for the end of the lap, but maybe then you can't even gain everything you lost with the pit stop.
Oh, and Iwasa trying to go around the outside, but Behrman was having a move on Doohan as well. Iwasa comes back to the inside line. Doohan cuts off Behrman, but Iwasa slight contact as well with the back of Verschoor as Behrman tries to get past Doohan. There's just a little bit of kiss contact there from front wheel to rear wheel between these two at the back of the course. Instructed by the annoying timing tower, and the camera won't not be in the right action.
Iwasa's got some great pace, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And Behrman there taking a little bit of a wide line coming through the final quarter. So we've got these little 2 battles to watch now. Iwasa and Verschoor, and Behrman and Doohan. You can see Iwasa there within a few tenths into the braking zone at turn 1, but not quite close enough. We've got another battle behind. That's Fittipaldi and Leclerc. That's about for 10th place at the moment as we go through to turn 1. Fittipaldi not having the best pace so far. We come through this section of the track, the first 3 corners, bone dry. And this is a replay of Miney and Novalak. This will be down into turn 1. You can see Novalak there right behind Miney. He's going to probably go for, no, he's going to go for on the outside line. And let's see, do they make a bit of contact going down into turn 1, or will Miney just about keep ahead?
Just a little bit of touching.
Braking zone, round the outside for Novalak. Does he get it? I think, oh, that's a really nice move from Novalak. Bravo, really nice. And that's, I believe, Pourchaire, isn't it there? Trying to chase down on the back of Hauger. Wait, what's happened to Hauger?
He's dropped that.
seconds.
Oh, and Cordeil's
No,
on
it's
right.
Cordeil.
Cordeil's on
Cordeil
wide.
that's dropped that.
And Cordeil's gone wide, jumps over the curb. Durant goes by. Does Behrman get by too? Yes, he does. Behrman on the inside, coming through Kamsa. Drifts in wide. Cordeil staying around the outside with the better acceleration. Side by side. Down the back straightaway towards turn 10. Behrman's on the outside line. Cordeil forces him into a braking zone as well. Behrman backs out, tries to get the cap back. Cordeil goes deep again. Behrman gets a better exit. Comes back on the inside line. The wall of spray hits them. And Behrman can't get through. Cordeil got lucky there. So lucky.
Sure.
That was a good move around the outside turn 9. We're going to give him that. That was
A great
incredibly...
move.
Yeah, I don't know how he did that. And yeah, well, Behrman did a good job leaving the room on the outside as well, because otherwise that would have been a big incident. So, well, there was nice racing there.
He's going on the back of Behrman as well. We all go down. These are all following each other down this main straight. Verschore's got a great run on Behrman down into turn 1. This could have really hurt Behrman. He's lost one position.
Oh, and Cordeil as well on the inside of doing. No,
Yeah.
it's just a bit too far away.
You don't want to be leading this train as well. You're the first one to meet the tricky conditions in the pack of it as well. And you make one small mistake, the pack gobble you up. So they've got to be really careful. As you see, Duran going wide, trying to look for the wet patches on the track as well to cool down the full wet time. And the more drifting through turn 3. I think the outside line's a bit... Yeah, the outside line's too dry now. The inside line's more wet, but the sun's coming out. So it's going to start drying the track. Air temperature up to 19.7.
Because look at here, there's no spray at all. You're having to go wide, drift the car out to get a bit of wetness on the tyres. We now go down into turn 4 again. This is, I believe, Iwasa got from above Verschore, but not enough grip there.
Yeah.
Up the inside for Iwasa.
Too slow. They can't get on the acceleration power as well, so they're just constantly spinning up the rear tyre.
Got some great pace on the back of Porsche.
Has great pace. Whether he'll get to use, whether he'll get to use that great pace is Maney.
I think we should box the slicks soon.
Oh.
Maney wants to box for slicks soon. Copy was the response from the team.
Yeah. Well, he's in 14th, so he's going to try and take some risk to get
to
the point.
He's 11.
But look how wet it is there.
That's the thing stopping them, isn't it, Sim? That's the thing stopping them from going out there on slicks. That through at turn 12.
Yeah, I think around here from turn 10 towards turn 12. That's the worst part. That's gonna I think that's gonna cost them too much time to really get them an advantage, and I think it may be even. Of course, Neil once again with a big moment. Is out of the final corner, which is of course a lot more difficult now compared to last year, because you're coming towards it with a lot more space, a lot more pace. So that's very close.
It's bone dry and sunny in turn 1. That's how quickly it's changed here in Barcelona. And there's more rain coming as well. This is ludicrous stuff. Never seen a race like this. And I'm getting text messages. They're preparing dry weather tyres. They are preparing dry weather tyres. We are going for dries. So we might still have this operation done shortly as well with full wet weather as they come through.
Well, listen, we're just over halfway through the race. Look how much it's dried in just 14 laps.
Yeah.
We've still got another 12 to go, and this is Iwasa nearly pushing for sure into turn 4, but not sending it, so he knows that there's not enough space or not enough grip on that inside line.
Yeah, he started 6th, of course. He started 6th, but he went off after contact with Chair. But he's trying to fight his way back, but he's struggling to overtake behind Verschore, and he's just got so much more pace, but it's just not working out for him.
The question is, when do we see these people start to pit? Because it's going to be a close one, and there we are. Miley's and Boschung's tyres out.
The thing is turn 10. Here it is. Look at this. This is here. It's too wet here.
Yeah,
it's turn 11. That's easy, but I think just say you lose a second and a half going through that section by being very careful, you could still make up for it around the rest of the lap.
You might just slide off.
Okay, they maybe think about pushing hard now to get through the rubber, but it depends on how wet you think the rest of the track is. It looks dry in places-ish.
So grind the tyres, make them into a slick.
Yeah, well, that can't be done with these wet weather tyres, because they're just too blocky. They can't run them in like they're Inters.
Yeah, it's not like the Inter tyre, of course. So look at the Iwasa, the only one going to the left. Yeah, and it's they're all trying to try to cool down their tyres. They're going to struggle more and more as the tyre gets hotter and hotter. So they want to pit soon, as we're on board with one of the Tridents. I think it's Novalek. who is gonna try. No, it's
Stanek.
Stanek passing Correa here.
That's one on the outside of the braking zone, and they're nearly making contact. That's so close, and they don't make contact. And Stanek has spun round at turn number 1. Out comes the yellow flag.
Correa.
Oh,
That's on Correa.
and that's going to
Stallone is
drop
just
him all
waiting.
the way back.
Big shame.
Stanek. That's disappointing in anything.
Why is Benavides 20 seconds behind?
I think he boxed early on. Has he boxed? No, that's Crawford. He's boxed him out. Right, talk us through this.
Yeah. So let's see. Did he leave enough room? Yeah, he definitely did, and it was a big. It was he just Correa slid into side of it.
A little bit of understeer.
Oh, he's cut.
Bit
Yeah,
it looked like a bit of oversteer from Correa here. There was enough room for Stanek, so he's not at fault. This is going to be a penalty for Juan Manuel Correa.
Just to confirm what Richie said as well, the radio message to Zane Maloney gives him the nod to push the wet tyres in order to make them more grippy on the drying circuit. So Richie was correct with that. But it's not. It can't happen surely because they can't take them down to wets. They can't take the
They
wets
can
down.
try and make them a bit better.
Yeah.
Make them a bit more
Correa.
smooth than Correa.
We're going on slick soon. We are looking at it. We are looking at it. The sun is out.
So the
we are
drivers
looking at
want slicks, it seems.
Yeah. Drivers want
And
slicks.
this is
Race
Leclerc and
sorry.
Fittipaldi again.
Race control instinct involving Stanek and Correa has been noted as well as we head down towards turn number 1. Once again, as Leclerc tried to pass Fittipaldi into the braking zone, not going to happen. Not in a million years.
Yeah.
JT, yes.
No, big
I
slide.
I have I found the F1 font.
Oh, great.
So I have made the meme, but with the F1 font.
I've got the
It
F1
looks
font.
perfect. It's in comms chat.
Your volume's gone peaked again, just let you know, Josh.
Has it?
Yeah,
That's weird.
massively, yeah.
What
As it
about
comes
now?
to- say something?
Hello?
Yeah, that's fine now. So, we apologies that we've been on battle screen for a few minutes. We had an OBS problem, so instead of having to stop the stream, we just turned it over to the thing that doesn't use our cameras until the problem solved itself. That's what we're going to do now as well, with the timing screen. Let's hear from Kushmani.
Should we try slick? I mean, we are 4
Yeah.
seconds away from the crossover. Sector 3 looks very wet. If you're cool.
Well, I need to disappear in 5 minutes' time, so in 5 minutes, Jess, this is your 5-minute warning to take over for me for a few minutes while I set up IndyCar.
Yeah, it's really this sector, isn't it? I think if you're outside the top 10, or inside the top 10 at least, there's no reason to take the risk unless other people are doing it. I think the first one will be someone who has got basically no real chance of points, that they really maybe could have tried to do something, but it's just way too wet over here. I don't see this working out.
Now that the sun's out, air temperature's increased now to 20.3, so now that the sun's broken through the clouds and we're in the middle of it, the track might just dry out quicker.
If we had 20 laps remaining, then yes, it would be worth it soon. But the fact we've got 8 laps.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, boxing.
Is that Maney?
Jaruvula in. So,
Maney.
and Maney in 2, and Maloney. So 3 of them coming in the pit lane. There, as you say, it was Jaruvula, Maney and Maloney in 2. And they're going to risk it, but the pit lane is going to be bone wet. Remember, that's not really a thing. It's going to be soaking wet, not bone dry. Yeah. It's going to be, yeah, it's a Moeism, isn't it? The pit lane is soaking wet, and they're going to go from wet to dry. So this is going to be very interesting. They can't make an unsafe release, and they can't crash in the pit lane. They're going to be scrubbed set, so they should be able to bite into the surface a bit quicker. Away they go. Yeah, it looks to be okay to me. The drivers are just taking it a little as possible, and we get out okay. Now we get onto the bone dry track.
Oh, Maney having a bit of a slow there, Maney having to slide down into turn 1. Penalty for
Cordeal.
Cordeal. What for?
5 seconds for track limits. Ah, well, he's been going off everywhere. Oh, Correa.
Cordeal. Iron is going in for slicks. I think we should try next lap. Copy that. Push like hell. Push like hell. We overcut. We will overcut. It's a bit early, but we can overcut some cars. Push.
Maney nearly put it in the wall as well. It's too wet. Well, the track may be dry, but it's too wet for slicks.
I think Jaruvala's fine with it.
It's a gamble. It's a big gamble, this.
It's still cold tires, of course, still cold tires, so they're gonna try and warm me up, and after that, it's really gonna work, but for now, it's gonna be so difficult, and especially Sector 3. I'm getting scared to watch them going through Sector 3, because I'm afraid it may not go well.
Look at the
This is a
replay.
replay of Maini.
So that's Druvela
We've got to remember.
hitting it, and here's Maini sliding up. Way, lighting up the rear tyres, trying to get a bit of power into them to heat them up, and he nearly wiped them out.
Yeah, but remember, Druvela's a lot more experienced than Maini. So, oh, big slide there from Cordeal. Yeah, Druvela, we expect him to be
Correa
able to
pits.
try these conditions a bit better.
One more Correa into the pit lane.
Could be interesting. Duan's losing lots of time because Cordeal's now a second back from Duan. Cordeal dropped down to around 10th position because of his 5-second penalty. Cordeal, where will he come out compared to Druvela, Maini and Maloney? We'll
This
see
is-
where it fits
This is
very
so
shortly.
yeah, this is so hard to
And
tell
a
what's going to
leader.
happen. This
I want to
is
see Druvela through sector 3.
yeah, we're not seeing it, are we? Benedivez is into the pit lane, so dry tyres must be the strategy if everybody else has decided to bolt them on and go for it. Seems to be okay to me. I think everyone else is going to come into the pit lane.
Actually, Correa, I think, has jumped Druvela.
Yeah, he
a
has.
lot.
Yeah. Oh, Druvela's now crossing the line. I think he has got him. Let's hear from Fittipaldi.
How are the guys on slick doing? No quicker at the moment.
Well, that's not
No,
true.
but the tires are still warming up. I think in a lap or two they may gain quite a lot, but yeah, it's this sector
that
really
sector,
where they're
yeah.
gonna lose everything they've gained maybe through the first sector.
Here's Awasa.
I mean, for sure, go a bit wide.
So tight between them.
They look at Druvela because he's got better tyres at the moment with them being a bit more heated up. He's able to gain a little bit now on the back of Cray. He's 1.8 seconds back. It'd be nice if we can see the view
He's
of
gaining
Druvela.
so much.
There we go. He's got him. He's going to have him down, so Vashaw's not going to stand a chance here. Awasa's got the slipstream on in towards turn number 1. Can he get a nice line? No, he's too far back. Too far back.
Yeah,
The Druvela is so much quicker.
Not for that
So much
pits.
quicker. Druvela's got warm-up tires now, so it's clear that he's got a lot more grip. So he's gonna get past Correa very soon as well. He
Maini
gets
has
past
gone off.
Maini as well.
Do you reckon this race will be over in 15 minutes' time?
Of course it will. We've got seven laps, Josh.
Yeah, and we're doing 143s. Those
Yeah,
pits.
it will be easily done in 15 minutes.
I don't
Any
know.
more pit stops now?
It'll be about 10.
Right, here's Main. Oh, Maini. Well, okay, if it's dry enough to lock up, you know you're fine.
And he makes the corner.
Maini's making mistakes. Ruvela's made none. Maloney's made none. It's just down to the driver. Bosch and Gunnasani in the pit lane as well. They're going to try and jump to Ruvela. I think they will. I'm not quite sure though, because look at Correa. 1.7 seconds back now. 2 seconds back.
He's doing.
And Ruvela's set the fastest lap. So,
Drinks is lower for now and they're gonna come quicker.
They have 143, 323 for Johan Jaruvela. And we've got a yellow flag on the track as well as Awasa and Fittipaldi battling together as well. Side by side. Yellow is in sector 1.
Yeah, sector 1, so it's Correa.
Kushmani is in the pit lane.
And
it's Correa.
Lasani.
I don't
Oh,
believe
but now we're
it.
gonna get a safety car. Now everyone will pit to the soft.
One
to the
man
dry
Roll
tires.
Correa is in the gravel trap to surely bring out
wait,
the safety car.
Pourchaire's pitted. The top 3 couldn't.
It's a virtual safety car only, but that's in the firing line. Surely it's a safety car.
Sorry.
Virtual safety car is out.
VSC, Pourchaire and Verschaw pit, but everyone else, as you say, couldn't.
Now, this is really interesting now. Because Verschaw's on soft, Pourchaire's on soft, the top 9 aren't. This will be... Do we have a... Surely that should have been a full safety car, if you ask me.
I
In the gravel. It depends, where even is he? Oh, and Verschaw had a bit of a push.
I think it was down in turn 2. Yeah, turn 1, turn 2 to chicane.
Yeah, it's exit turn
I think
2.
he's lost it over here.
I'll be very surprised if that doesn't turn into a safety car.
Yeah, I thought it easy would have been a safety car.
And the virtual safety car will stay out long enough so the top can pit as well. But these drivers will have a lap extra to warm up their tires, of course. And
Well, under a double yellow now, so they can't speed up in that first sector, but they're stuck with delta time for virtual safety car, which is slower.
Correa.
That's got to be a safety car. We need to get a track. Well, we saw this in Monaco, didn't we? Where they just didn't put out the correct decisions. It's a safety car.
We will box for slicks. We will box for slicks.
It's a safety car. And Vesti will box with the full safety car deployed. Martins will have to come in to respond to this as well. Jess, are you there?
And Duan and Cordeal.
Yeah, Martins is in too. Jess, are you in the pit? Can you hear us? I'm just giving you a warning. You might take over. Is Jess here?
If needs be, me and
I think Jess
Synthol
is
can take
muted.
over.
I don't know if she's muted on purpose or
Josh, me and
accidentally.
Synthol will be fine.
Yeah. Might need to disappear for a few minutes under the safety car.
That's fine.
Slicks
Me and Synthol
going
will be
on
right.
as they swing through. Do it in 2. Right.
Oh, sorry, I was on mute.
Oh, great. Right. I'm leaving you with Jess as Martin's pits, and with Jess, Synthol, and Richie, I will be back in 2 minutes.
Right, so that is, I believe, doing that. Going at the pit lane now.
Martin.
Soft. Everyone. Oh, Martin, sorry. Everyone now pitting onto a set of slick tyres. There we are. All going into the pit lane. Now, I didn't see how far back Porsche was from that pack, so will he be able to jump them? Is the question. So I didn't see how far. Oh, I didn't see how far back he was, and that was, I think, a Wasser there, nearly making contact with Behrman.
Damn's a double stacking.
Yeah, that's definitely hurt Leclerc. Porsche's into the top 5 now. He's jumped Cordial, Behrman. He's down to 4th. So that's helped Porsche heavily. Behrman's looking to 6th. He's got through on Cordial, so they had to have a double stack as well. And Vachon now into the top 8. So it's worked out. Oh no, it's top 6. So it's worked out heavily for Vachon and Porsche.
Every driver has pitted.
Yeah, so it's an interesting top 10. So it's Vesti leading from Martins, Hauger, Porsche, Doohan, Vachon, Behrman, Cordial, Iwasa, and Fittipaldi's the top 10. So it's worked out heavily for Vachon. I think he's the one who's paid off the most from this.
I think we will end under the safety car. I don't see them survive very long with the restart, to be honest. It's going to be so tricky conditions, especially in Sector 3, so I wonder how long they will keep it up.
6 laps under the safety car?
No, but they will restart, but I see another safety car happening, to be honest, because it's going to be so difficult at the restart, such tricky conditions. The tires will be quite cold, it's not easy to warm up behind the safety car, and well, it's not even easy to warm up during these conditions under green conditions. So I wonder how long they will need. I don't think they need too long to. Well, we're finally going to see a replay of Correa's spin. Well, he's just lost it because it's just it's a dry
That was the dry part of the circuit, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's still going to be difficult.
That was as soon as he exited the pit lane after pitting
No, it wasn't.
for softs.
It was
I
2
think.
laps after. Because he had a battle with Daruvula first.
Yeah.
So his race is pretty much over then. A bit of a shame. You can see that part of the track is really dry.
It is really. After the first 10 laps, it was dry, but then obviously now, the final sense was that only bit really that people thought, oh, it's not worth it just yet because we're going to lose too much time there. But now, you can see it's bone dry down the straight, so there'd be no point not hitting, and obviously everyone's took the gamble. So, here we go.
Yeah, this doesn't work anymore, of course.
Oh yeah, we can't hear him.
Oh yeah,
so.
because Josh is gone.
Yeah, Hager said something on the radio.
Yeah,
He said
that's what we
something
had
for
in it
sure.
through this morning because we couldn't hear the team radios because otherwise we didn't have any control unfortunately, so we couldn't hear. So Sidball had to get to listen to it at F1 TV and he had to tell the radios for me.
Here's
Which
what
is quite
Hauger
entertaining.
had to say.
Yeah. Okay, so everyone change tires. We are always optional tires.
That was a bit late, wasn't it?
Vesti.
And then Vesti.
And Vesti, let me just get it.
Also,
The driver taking different lines trying to find it.
The safety car is really close.
Copy, we will report. They are trying to regroup everyone because the field is very spread at the moment.
Complaining about how slow safety car is, okay. That's
Yeah, but Maloney
that's
just got the
move.
Maloney just got the fastest lap under the safety car.
Wow, that was a 141.224
That's 2
compared to.
seconds quicker.
By the way, Benavides' last lap, what he did earlier, was a 142.130.
And to answer your question, Jess, the reason that was so delayed is because I had to rewind to get it.
Ah. Well, yeah, you could do it on your TV. No, I don't have that luxury, unfortunately, because my capture card doesn't recognise it due to HDCP or whatever it
And I
is.
believe the safety car will be next lap.
Yeah,
We will go
I think so
lap.
too.
Oh, was it this lap?
Race control. Lapped cars may overtake. So, there's only one lapped car anyway. That
Maybe.
is.
Oh.
So
Yeah, and
we'll
he's
be
not going to
going
be able to
green,
catch up.
not this time. The black
We've had
one.
that
Not this
last
time, but the
time.
next time.
It's so annoying. We had it last time out as well. That just there would at that time there was many more
but the thing is,
many
though-
more back markers, but at that point they couldn't catch up to the safety car because they only get one lap, less than a lap.
For the difference is with this, Marnie was down in like 7th, 18th, whereas on the last one in Monaco, they was 9th.
Yeah, it is. They should change that, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think last time there was like maybe 2 laps before they should be able to overtake and to unlap themselves, so they can easily actually catch up to the rest. But yeah, we will go in this lap because that's what the rules say.
Well, should go in this laps. We'll have 2 laps of racing.
2 to 3 racing laps?
3 laps.
Yeah, 3. 24, 25, 26. Vesty should hold this lead, unless he makes a mistake. Hauger's done great to put himself into the top 3. Pourchaire as well. He's done a brilliant job. So it's been a bit of a change up since the starting grid. It's been a big change to the grid. And safety cars ending this lap. So we'll have 3 laps of racing to the checker flag.
Yep, so there'll be Frederick Vesti that will be leading the safety car in.
Hauger's got a rip-off, tear-off on his suspension.
Oh, he does. On the front right, indeed. Hopefully not affecting him too much in these final 3 laps. We will go racing. Stanek and Correa will be investigated after the race for causing a collision. I don't know when that was really.
Remember Correa making.
Was that when Correa went in the gravel? Was that another one?
I'm here. Hello. Don't go too far, Jess.
Quite a while ago.
Don't worry, I was expecting you to be back anyway. Right, hand it over to Josh.
Thanks, Jess. Don't go too far. I will need you, like, in a few minutes, because as soon as this is over, I've got to run in and get the things back on. Right.
Okay.
Here we go, then.
Grooveler. Been noted for a virtual safety car infringement. Doesn't matter anyway, it's 14th.
Safety car
the safety car's going in.
Right, here we go then. Who is going to have the ending to this race? Thanks, guys, by the way. Right, incident involvement will be investigated after the race. Right, 3 laps, but only 2 minutes left on the clock. This will go to a timed race. On the last corner, green flag in the air. What is going to happen here in the absolutely fantastic F2 sprint? We are racing once again. Vesti leads by half a second to Martins, then Hauger, Pourchaire doing the top 5 as they sprinkle down towards turn 1. Everyone now on dry tyres, but the track's still damp. Pourchaire trying to go around the outside as well. Get out the inside, he's done a little cut, switcheroo on Hauger. Late on the brakes, got 3 wide coming towards turn 1. Pourchaire makes the move, and now Behrman for sure, and is that Cordeal as well in a move? Brilliant stuff between them. A short to 6th, Behrman to 7th in a battle as well.
Yep, heading through. Behrman have got the inside line, but Cordeal had a very decent race
look at
start there.
Pourchaire!
Pourchaire.
Right round the
for
outside.
P2 now.
And he's got him. Pourchaire takes 2nd position away from Martinson. A sweet move. Can Pourchaire win this?
Oh, and there's more battles in the back. It's so close, and Behrman looking on the inside. If you go offline here, it may just be a little bit more wet, so that's a thing you gotta watch out for as well. And on the curbs, of course, as well, Cordeal going a little bit wide there through turn 6 as we head towards here now, through turn 5, sorry, it was turn 7 and 8 now. Can anyone go for a move here on the exit? It's gonna be wet, of course, now towards final sector, so they gotta keep it calm.
Into the braking zone.
Great restart, 4th to 2nd.
Oh, big look up!
Oh, doing
1 minute. So we'll have 1 lap after this one, won't we, Josh?
Time 50 seconds. So the next lap is the last lap. We've gone to a timed race. Not +1, it's timed race now. They've removed that function.
Oh.
We've learnt that the FIA don't care about the +1 lap.
Yeah, we learnt that the hard way, didn't we? Last time out. There we go.
Pourchaire, fastest lap. Now he's got 1 lap to go to get through on Vesti. The gap's about a second, so it's going to be hard, but more than possible. Martin's now a second back of Pourchaire. Could be an opportunity for Hauger to try and make something work in the closing stages of the race, and also Verschoor, on the back of Doohan as well for 5th position. So Verschoor had a very nice race. Everything's paid off for him today, and he's looking for a possible P5 finish. And still, the gap between Vesti and Pourchaire, 1 second. So
Time's
unless
up.
a mistake is made by Vesti, I think he will win it.
Time is up. Session is coming through as we go racing as well.
Oh, Martins with a lock-up.
And that's going to allow Hauger to close in. Now the time has hit 0. Is this the last lap, or do we have a +1 coming on the
There
board.
There should be one more if
But
the
Monaco-
FIA don't forget about it.
But Monaco, with time hit 0.
Yeah, but then we've completed all. Then we've completed all laps. If they would get another lap
Yeah,
after.
that's true.
Monaco did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went to a time to the feature and they waved the flag early. We're about to find out. Is the checker
Depends
flag
if
there?
they-
Poitiers having Poitiers on 1.5 back. Martin's having to defend from Haga. Is the checker flag ready for Frederick Vesti to take a sprint race win? He's out of the last corner to the line. Is the checkered flag there? Answer, come there. No! One
No,
more
it's
lap
not.
to go. This is the last lap of the feature sprint race for F2.
Sprint is tomorrow. Features tomorrow, Josh.
Yeah,
You're
that's
getting
the
ahead
one.
of yourself.
Tell you what though, Jess, as soon as
There
they
we
cross
go.
the line, you're taking over.
What, on just audio?
Just
or?
on audio, just on audio. And because I need
Okay.
to hit the start button. Look at that.
Okay, cool.
Can Martins can actually defend for third position? Hauger's all over the back of him as well since, but Poitiers chasing down Vesti, but I think he's too far back. DRS hasn't been enabled.
Yeah, no DRS this lap. It should have been enabled, but I think the stewards think it's maybe a bit too wet, or isn't it? No, this is Cordeal will be investigated after the race for failing to serve time penalty incorrectly.
I
Yes,
got this
assumed.
in the pit
yeah, I
lane.
remember that.
Put Fittipaldi into the top 10,
Passed in
if
the
that's the case.
yeah, and Leclerc will go to P8 as well, and that will switch
Russell
everyone
goes
around.
P8.
Wassa P8, Leclerc P9, Fittipaldi P10, and it will put Novalak up into P11 as well. Into the last two corners then. It looks like it's all done and dusted, I'm afraid. A sweet job from Frederick Vesti. Our championship leader is going to go for it as well. Coming in the last two corners. Oh, little mistake from Martins there. I wonder if Hauger can find something. Yellow flag in sectors 2 and 3. But it's Frederick Vesti who takes the checkered flag and wins a dominant sprint race.
Derulo and Nizani are off.
Oh no! Jeruvala and Nizani have crashed and have brought out the yellow flags as everyone
Turn
takes
10,
the
I
checkered
suppose.
flag. Wow!
What's happened though between those two?
Oh,
I
we
suppose
survived.
it's turn 10.
There, they're in the
Yeah.
gravel.
Turn 10, I think.
Just to you.
So they're stuck in the gravel once again. Oh no! The one I wanted to do well is now in the gravel. Great. The commentator's curse there.
Oh, and that's
That
a
is
big
annoying.
contact as well. It was indeed turn 10. I think Nizani just forgot to brake now. I think it's wetter on the inside. Deruvla did turn in quite a lot actually, so this may be Deruvla's fault. It was a bit difficult to see from that angle, but well, that was very unfortunate. They were already outside the point, so this was really a battle for nothing, and they just decided to crash it on the final lap.
Oh, Vesti.
Bravo, Fred, bravo. P1.
Good drive, mate. That was a difficult race, difficult conditions, but good drive.
Let's go, guys. 2 in a row. Let's go. Let's keep working. This is good. Difficult quality, but we take what we can. Let's keep fighting. Good job, guys. Dominant. Dominant. Good job.
Vesti doing well then in this championship, did well in Monaco, and he returns to form here today for the sprint race. And can he do it again tomorrow? Well, we'll obviously have to wait and see in that number 7 car. I have to say though, Paul Cher's moves throughout that race, I have to say, was incredible. He set the fast lap of the race as well, so he gets an extra point. So, Sid4, is your drive of the session?
Ooh, well, I think everyone did a very good job. I think the strategy was one of the most important things as we look on board with Puccia. I think Vesti just did an incredible job already. Before it turned dry, he was doing such a good job taking the lead and just pulling away quite a bit. And even with the tricky conditions, he managed to hold on. So very well done.
Are we surprised it involved Nizani, that final?
Nope, not at all.
Yeah, exactly. It has been noted by the stewards, by the way, that incident on the final lap as the race winner Vesti comes into Parc Ferme, parks it in front of the number 1. Will he hit it?
Yes. No.
No.
Oh, right.
He's always coming in good timing, Josh.
I know, I've got that commentator's knack of doing it. I am worn out having to run. I've had to set up IndyCar. Right, hang on. Are we going to see the podium? Because they haven't gone off air.
Yeah, we haven't done the podium yet. That's why I just said good timing.
They are broadcasting until 2:15.
So we might get to see a podium here, although they'll probably go into an ad break.
Yeah, Josh T was going to do the audio anyway if you weren't back anyway, so...
Yeah, we heard Vesti's radio.
Oh, right.
Yeah, thanks to Josh.
All I had to do was press a button and get the radio on for Radio Le Mans. It's been that kind of day.
Yeah. So many series going on at once is unbelievable. Luckily, it's not many series going on at once tomorrow, luckily. We only have 2 going on at once instead of 3.
Yeah, we've got Formula 3.
F3 and FE going on at once, and then we got F1 and BTCC going on at once.
And F2.
And
I'm
F2's
talking
fine.
about the ones that go on at once.
Crossover. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we going to hear from, please say we're going to hear from Will Buxton again. That was great to hear from him earlier.
In case of any problems, however, Jess is, of course, on standby with F2. No, they're going to go to an ad break.
I literally, whilst we were doing the filler, I was literally getting the F2 Jason file ready just in case.
Fantastic. Well, it's blue, isn't it? You just change everything to light blue.
All I need to do is change it to blue. So yeah. And I did all the cameras as well, so that's sorted, just in
brilliant.
case.
I'm not going to be here for qualifying later, so I just want to hear what are everyone's predictions for quali in F1.
Well, you're going to have to wait for mine. Should we hear for the ones that are not going to be here? So like Omi and Josh T. Should we hear?
Yeah,
Simple?
those 2. Yeah.
Let's start with Sinful.
Well, is there still any rain predicted now, or is it going to stay dry?
Yes,
Still rain.
Oh.
We're in the eye of the storm right now.
Why are we not seeing podium?
That's going to be very interesting.
Because it's F2.
Aww.
And Form.
Oh, anyway, sorry.
I never get a podium. Go on.
I am going to say Verstappen will take pole.
Boo.
Yeah.
With Alonso 2nd place. And let's say... I don't know who's going to be 3rd. Don't think it's going to be Perez.
Right.
You sure?
No, let's just say Stroll for fun. Why not? If it's going to rain. If it's going to rain.
He's spun loads of times. No.
Okay,
So
that's a fun
for me, I've been having a little look through, and I've got a bit of a weird top 3 for quali. So.
Oh, go on.
First, Fernando Alonso.
Right.
Yes.
2nd, Lewis Hamilton.
Yes.
3rd, Charles Leclerc.
Oh, I want that top 3 any day.
Verstappen will bin it in Q3, so we'll only have 1 run.
Right.
Hence why it'll be Alonso, Hamilton, Leclerc.
I like that. That might happen.
Even though I like Verstappen, I just feel like today he's going to have some bad luck. He's going to bin it. Q3.
Is Omi still around?
Omi?
I heard him. There he is.
Yeah, Omi, what's your, since you're not going to be here for quali, what's your prediction for F1 quali? Who's going to get top 3?
Well, this is hard now. Josh T, you can go for it first.
Oh! Nope. Josh T, get Omi's own back later on in BTCC, okay?
That's going to be fun.
Yep, got it. Okay, so...
Volume.
Your volume is way too loud.
Is going to bin it in Q1, cause a red flag.
Who?
Stroll.
No, it's going to be 3rd.
We've got a wrap.
Which means we are going to get delayed, which means we get back for Q3.
That sounds good. Right, we've got a wrap. Me and Jess will be there as well. Is it just me and you, Jess?
Yeah, just me and you.
Fantastic. Should be a good session then. As it comes through. And so the 2 lead commentators of Formula Weekends as well. The
2 lead commentators for BTCC are doing F1 quali. Bravo!
And we've sent Josh off to do a BTC. Why? Oh, never mind. I know why I gave Josh the qualifying, because I know why I gave him. Anyway,
you didn't want to throw me at the deep end. Anyway, Josh, go.
That's it. That's the words I was looking for. I didn't want to throw you at the deep end, and I needed to give Josh the session as well. So he had all the OBS controls, and also him and Omi as a pairing is something I couldn't resist seeing in the
good.
commentary.
I'm actually looking forward to that, to be honest, this
They're
afternoon.
the best pairing of all.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
I'm going to watch back with a lot of interest the practice. Okay.
Same.
Can I watch it with you, Josh?
Yeah, we'll stream it after the session. No, I can't. I've got a thingy. I can't. Someone,
Oh, you
Jess will
got Grid
stream it.
Network.
Yeah.
But we could do it, Richie. Go on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
we'll have a look.
We'll be back in half an hour then for all the action from F1 qualifying, and then as well going on right now, and you'll be redirected to it, is the Formula 2. So is the IndyCar session. What am I doing?
I was going to say Formula 2 already happened, Josh.
Yeah, it's IndyCar's practice session that is on now as well. And then after that, it's the touring car qualifying at the same time as the F1 qualifying. And then we've got the IndyCar quali later on. So there's literally tons of action going on this weekend at the same time. But after this stream, we'll be redirected to Detroit, where you can listen to the IndyCar Radio Network. My thanks to... This is going to be long. My thanks to Synthel, my thanks to Richie, my thanks to Josh, my thanks to Jess, and my thanks to Omi. My thanks to all of you at home as well. And we'll see you later. Bye-bye.